4 in the morning, and I'm zoned and saying I'm possessed. It's an omen that keep it 300. Like the Romans, 300 episodes. We still going. We gonna live in the moment. We gonna keep going till we finish. But we ain't finished. And you know it. And you know it. And you know it. Ow! Yes, it's finally here. Welcome to season 10 of the D-Lo Show, episode 300. We're coming for you, Dynamite. We're coming for you. Yes, we are. Welcome to this Triumph Tuesday, July 15th, 2025, episode 300 D-Lo Show. Welcome to this program. We're gonna split this around because we have a lot to talk about. So we're gonna split it up on one episode. I'll give you like a little preview. What episode is gonna be? This episode will be just about W's in chat, WNBA and wrestling. Those are the main the two W's we gonna talk about. I'll give you the mid-season preview of both MLB and WNBA teams next episode. So that's what we're gonna do. Programming though, because I didn't want to talk all that at one time. It's gonna be a while. So, but let's get started with the W. Let's start with my Mystics, because we are over 500, and it's something I didn't expect this year, and we got it. We got over 500, beating the Vegas Ace, the Saint at 68, and it shocked me because I know we can beat. We had to eat that one out late. It was a late eat out victory, and it's beautiful. Not only that, we took on Sunday, we took on the Seattle Storm in Seattle. And we was trailing most of it. We started all right, the first. Then the third quarter, we got down by 10. But in that fourth quarter, we outscored them. Danny doubled the score, 27-14 at fourth quarter. We won this one 74-69. Yeah, it was just beautiful. I couldn't watch it without that work, but when I saw the results and afterwards, it was very elating. Brady Slice led weight 19, 4-4. Sony was 17. We had a rebound, but that's all. Then Kiki Ariafin, she got her 7th double-double, breaking the rookie record in DC history with Shamik Holdsclaw for most by a Mystics rookie. So yay, good job, Kiki. Rename the history books to your name, and we Gucci. And our twin monuments down in DC are looking good together. Yes, and we going to LA. Oh boy, we going to LA tonight. But Seattle, they shot horrible in that fourth quarter. Azzy McBagor, she led the way that day. 19-7 boards, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Mecca had 16-6 boards in the block. Scott Diggins 10-4 assists in the block. Shot crazy, really crazy. So that helps. Gabby ain't do much. And Tiffany Mitchell, they got her from free agency. She was in Vegas last. She gave some good numbers off the bench with 12 off the pond, 2 steals. So hey, yeah, that was a good pickup. They needed somebody to help their bench because their bench is a little lacking. So, we face LA tonight. Let's go Mystics. I might as well switch to Seattle because they had a 2-game little series with Connecticut, and where they lost, but they bounced back in the second one, winning 79-65. I got to see this game because it was on. Because I got to watch the game on Ion, but it was on Tubi. Because I was on Amazon, but then Amazon kept messing up, and so I looked on Tubi on my app, and I was like, oh, they got Ion on Tubi too? Cool. I'm going to do that. And that's why I was watching the game rest on Tubi. Connecticut started out good at first. It was up like 7-8. But they got outscored every other quarter. 21-17 the second. It was a low score in first half. It was 33-31 at half. Then Seattle to the lead in the third and maintained the rest of the way and outscoring 24-13 the last quarter. So They really made it known they really got their payback at least. Gabby Williams led the way, 18, 5 assists, 3 steals. She's a steal leader. She leads the league in steals, better to say. So she's trying to keep that steals margin in her favor. Nneka Ogwumike, 16, 5 assists, 4 boards, 2 blocks, and a steal. Ezzy Magwigor, 14 and 4 boards, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Sky Diggins, 14, 5 and 5. Everybody was filling out the stat sheet on the girls' side. As for Connecticut, we had to give a legend, Tina Charles. She is now at 8,000 points in her career. Shout out to TC. I'm glad she's back because she was out of the league, I think, 23 season. And I was like, and I drafted her. It was like first year of Fanny Vassals. And I drafted her. I was like, why ain't Tina Charles a free agent? Why has nobody picked her up? And here we are. She's back in the game. She had 20 and 10. Shot crazy from the field, but she got that free throw line 10 of 10, perfecto, and had a steal. Sanaya Rivers, I'm glad she's getting burned. She's nice. She had 12 points, 2 steals. Shot a little crazy, but she's solid. Olivia Nelson-Odada, 10 and 8 boards, and 2 blocks and a steal. Solid work. And Jason Shannon only had 0. And shout out to Layla Lagan. She came through 10 off the bench, 7 boards, gave some good energy. So she was one giving them energy when they was kind of struggling. So yeah, so shout out. All right, talk about them being Mystics. Their last game for the All-Star break is on Wednesday, tomorrow. So they got to take on the Valkyries. So we'll see how they go. We'll switch it up. Let's go to Connecticut. We'll see how they do. We're going to piggy off of their asses. Move. Okay. Connecticut. We talk about the loss and losing against Seattle. On Sunday, they had a warring battle against the LA Sparks. And it was very high scoring. It was a high scoring affair. They started out hot. But the freaking Sparks, they got a spark in that second and third quarter. And they came out with the victory 92-88. LA was screaming. Kelsey Plum, she led the way, 23 points, 2 steals. Azurá Stevens, 21 points, 11 boards, 2 steals in the block. He's Rakia Jackson, 19, 6 boards, 4 assists, 2 blocks. Okay, kid. I like it. And De'Erica Hamby, 17, 7 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals. Then I had added to the stars. I had added to the players that I want to watch. So I'll probably switch the kid, but either way, had to watch the spark. And the streets keep saying that Cam Breaks are coming at the end of by the end of this month after the All-Star break. We'll see how that one goes. And how will they twinkle their lineup? Will they have Rakia at the 2? Dun dun. Decisions. Oh, speaking of Connecticut side, Bria Hartley has gone into the minds of angry bad boys in the W. First Angel pulling her hair on a rebound, and then her and Rakia were going at it. Then I forget to say this. In that Seattle game, she knocked down my baby Sky Diggins, and Sky, she was about to go off, but she's like, I'm lucky I'm not going off right now. And then Gabby had to carry her away. I was just laughing my ass off. That shit was funny. That was funny. Oh man, that was funny as hell. But yeah, and then this game she got her and Rakia were going back and forth, like, and she was like, "You weak." Well, Rakia was telling her, "You weak, you bum ass." I was like, "Damn, fucking big shit." And they was really like, "I ain't no weak. I'm motherfucking nice. I'm going off." And she did go off. She had 25 points, 6 assists, a steal. Slashing 4, but shot a little bit. Sanaya Rivers, 20 points, 6 boards, 3 steals, and a block. If I had more I can add to my links, Sanaya would be one of my players I would like to watch or their highlights. If I had more room, they only give you 10 options. So I had to make this shit sparingly. And J.C. Sheldon, 11 points, Tia Charles be on the list. Let me call them Ross. Anissa Morrow. She was getting some extra burn recently. She be taking advantage of it. She didn't get a lot last game, but this one she had 10 and 7 off the bench with a block. Nice. Good. Yeah, give her some PT because she got some potential. From LSU. She's really from LSU. Oh, snap. They got to host the Indiana Fever at home, but they're going to be in Boston. Because, they do that every once in a while. They get into the Celtics arena or wherever they get in Boston. So, okay, let's switch out. Okay, let's switch to the Sparks since we talked about them recently. It's LA. Talk about the victory on Sunday. Let's talk about the game they had against Minnesota last time for that one. They lost this one 91-82. They was down. They started out good. Then after the second quarter, when they got scored 28-14, doubled up, that's when they came cut. They was down 10.5. Then they was down. They allowed 30 in the third quarter, and he had 19 himself. So you're down 21 now, and they big rally in the fourth, but it was not enough. It was 91-82 victory for Minnesota. And of course, Natasha Heidemann, she led the way. 18 points off the bench with a steal. 7-12 shooting, very efficient. Nafisa Kaya, 17 points, 8 boards, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Nice. Courtney Williams, 16 points, 7 assists, 5 boards, 3 steals in the block. Fill out the stat sheet. See, I follow C well too. Alana Smith, 15 and 5 boards. 2 steals, 2 blocks, defensive menace, love it. And Diamond got some burn, repping Maryland shorty, I love it. Hey, 12 minutes. Hey, 12 minutes, we'll take it. Kelsey Plum led the way for the Spurs. She had 17 and 12 assists, 2 steals. Okay, Kels. All the turnovers. That was fine, not bad. Ain't be worse. Julie Van Loo. She has been cleaned off waivers by the Sparks, not by DC. But she had 15 points and 16 minutes of action. Did pretty good. 5 or 7 shooting. All of them with Curry bombs. Curry be proud of you for that one. She be like, woo, all you bad for Curry. It's good job. Kia Jackson, 14 points and a steal. Yerika Hamby, 12 and 7 boards and a steal. Nice. They did just enough. And Azure with 10 boards. He only had 6 points. Could have got a double-double with a block. Close but no cigar. It's okay. All right, we'll switch from that LA team to that Minnesota team because they piggy off of that. I already said they play my Mystics tonight, so we'll get this one. Let's go to Minnesota because they have bounced back from their Commissioner's Cup. But wait, we had a little mini series in Chicago as this Chicago Sky and the Minnesota during the weekend they split the series in Chicago. Chicago won the first one, 87-81. They ran it down there from wire to wire. They maintained the lead throughout. They was up 57-44 at the half. That shot me. Minnesota made a run in the third, but Chicago was there to eke it out in the fourth and tough it out with an 87-81 win. Ariel Atkins, 27 points, 2 steals and a block. Nice. 12 of 23. One shooting. I shot a lot. Good grief. He only shot 2 threes. And the Twin Towers in Chicago both got double-doubles. Angel Reese, 19-11 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, 8 of 14 shooting. Oh, shit. She always been good at free throws, but now she getting the efficiency up. Oh, shit. Let's get it. And Camila Cardoso, 17-15 boards, 2 blocks. Nice. And she got that line time, 7-9. That's pretty good. And Rachel Banham, 12 points, 5 assists, and 3 boards. Very solid work. Splashing 3 curries. We'll work with that. Shout out to Liz being the only girl off the bench that gets the points. Shout out to Liz for that one. But yeah, Angel, she been killing it. And most likely she's gonna be the player of the month. Player of the month, I think, if she keeps it up. And way to bring yourself back into the mix. I almost improved. She be in that top 5 discussion though, cause Kayla Thorne probably leading that. I know the fans are trying to bring her in that conversation, but not there yet. Let's go on the other side. Nafisa Kali and Angel were going at it. I like that. Because Fee had 26 points, 8 boards, 5 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks. Damn. She filled out the whole stat line. Yeah, they was going at it each other, so I like that. This is shit I like. I like Angel going against girls at position. Like Fee. That's gonna be battles. They gonna go at it. Kayla McBride, 17, 3 steals. And only 1 assist. And Courtney Williams, 13, 8 boards, 8 assists. Fill out that stat sheet. Good grief. Yeah, they shot crazy. They really shot crazy. Shout out down for getting the most points from the girls off the bench. Shout out to her. And your 4-minute having ass. Oh, 4:46. Wow. All right, well, they talk big about what happened on Saturday. They had to swing it back around on Monday, and Minnesota got their payback as they win this one 91-78. The second half was a real game changer. Minnesota was a close game. It's 46-44 at the half, but during the second or early third, Ariel Atkins, she tweaked her leg. I think she got a leg either crumbled, she landed on somebody, or stepped on somebody's foot. What the fuck happened? Either way, she injured her leg and she couldn't make it the rest of the second half. So that sucks. That sucks for her. But damn, Fee got pissed. She had 29 points, 5 assists, 3 steals, 3 boards, and a block. 7 of 14 shooting. Got to that free throw line 11 for 11. Perfection. Courtney Williams, 18 points, 8 boards, 7 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks. Damn, Court. Sheesh. Fill out the whole stat line. See, shorty. You only got 1 turnover? Nice. Kayla McBride, 17 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, and a steal. Oh, snap. 7-13 shooting, fishing. Bridget Carlton, 11 points, 5 boards, 3 steals, and a block. How many steals y'all have as a team? Because good grief. Just reading this. Damn, they have 14 steals as a team. Sheesh. I was wondering how many y'all had, because y'all just kept reading steals and steals and steals. I'm like, sheesh. Yeah, them 3, they had 10 combined. The 3 with a 4 I named, they have 11 combined, because Kayla had a steal. But damn. Who else had a steal? Tisha had 2 steals, and then Lana Dekova, she had a steal. Diamond only got 5 minutes to burn. Oh well. Well, they got to face Phoenix on Wednesday, so that'll be their last game for the All-Star break. So we'll see how that goes. Well, we did talk about Minnesota, so let's switch over to Chicago, because they're probably the talk of the town, because Angel Reese mainly, because she made it on 2K, but they have a game against the Atlanta Dream on Wednesday. That's their last game of the week. Did we talk about this one? Dallas and Chicago. Did we talk this? Yeah, I think we did. No. Yeah, we did, because Rebecca went off that game. Yeah, we did. So, alright, let's switch to the Phoenix squad, because my second baby, Satu Sabi's been out of commission. What was that, Chicago? There you go. I was like, what the heck? She's been out of action, and they miss her, but they had a rousing battle against the Valkyries on on Monday night, excuse me, as they went to the wire with them in Golden State, and it was eked out by a free throw by Alyssa Thomas, and it was a 78-77 victory. So I'm not even like see end like that, but she got hit twice, so is what it is. Alyssa with a double-double, 17, 11 assists, 6 boards, 2 blocks, repping Maryland, shawty, all the freaking way. DeWanna Bonner came off the bench, and I know Alyssa loved that too. She had 22 points, 11 rebounds off the bench with a steal. Sheesh. 7-8 shooting, 3 or 4 from Curry Lang, went to free throw line 8 times, smashing 5. 5-8, we'll see. I had to wet my Maryland shorties out. Catherine Westbout, she had 14 points and a steal. Pretty good shooting. So they held it down with 8 players. So yeah, still don't got held because she still got lung issues. And Khalil got hammy issues. Satu got ankle issue. So they're a little hampered. But at least they was able to eat this one out with their veteran presence. Their veteran know-how. Meanwhile, for the Valkyries, Veronica Burton, 17 points, 6 assists, 2 steals on the block. Tiffany Hayes, 15 points, 4 assists and a steal. Janelle Salon. I forget her name, first name at first. 12 points with a steal. She got to start. Yeah, it was. They Golden State's still a scrappy team. For a first year team, they're scrappy as hell, and it's lovely. So shout out to the Valkyries, man. They've been very impressive. I think the only other teams that have been good was the Vegas team when they was lit. I think when they got to the finals of the Las Vegas Knights, I think they won the championship. I think the second or third year in their existence. So they're doing really good. And they be selling out their home crowds. Their home crowds be so electric. But yeah, we gotta give the Valkyries some love because they went toe-to-toe with the Aces. When Asia came back, Asia came back and put on a motherfucking show. She was going off in the first. She had like 26 in the first half. She was just spin around, turn around, pull-ups, and ones. Middies, she was just killing it. I was like, damn, she was killing Tammy. I was like, and what the one funny part was when Age went down on the floor and she was in front of her legs. She kind of fell on her legs. And he's like, why you fall on the floor like that? And Age looked at her like, what you think, I'm a cat? Like, the fuck? I was like, I don't know why it took me out. Jackie face like, the fuck, bitch? But nah, that game was funny as hell. It was a good game too because it was a high scoring affair. It was 104-102. Aces eked it out. Asia, good grief. 34 points, 16 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. 12 of 16 from the field. So only had to splash in 1 curry bomb. And 9 of 12 from the free throw line. She didn't miss the same amount of free throws that she made field goal attempts. That's uber efficient. But she was not alone because Jackie Young, she had 30 points, 6 assists, nice, 3 boards, 9 of 14 shooting, and was 11 of 11 from the free throw line. Perfection. Nice. And Drew Lloyd, 15 points, nice contributions as the third scorer. I liked it. St. Patrick, skill practice. So Laces, they are 10-11, so up and down, but hey, shout out to them. They still going down. As for Golden State, Tiffany Hayes came back to the squad, to the old team, but Janelle Salon led the way with 16 points, 6 boards, and a steal. Tiffany was 16 as well, 5 assists and a block. Tammy Fack Bentley, 13 points and a steal. Cecile Zanosalini with 12 off the bench. Some 6-woman work. Veronica Burton with 11 of 8 assists, 5 boards. Kayla Thorne with 10 and 9 rebounds and a block. So. And she had a cool little turnaround fade to make it a 2-point game, but it wasn't a 3. Her foot was in front of the line. So the turnaround was cool. So, and it was at the buzzer. If it was the other way around, it was tied, or it was a 2-point game instead of being a 4-point game. It'd been a cool ass turnaround shot, but too little, too late. It's okay. All right, let's move to. Let's see who the Aces play next. The Aces, they have Dallas tomorrow to get the last game of the before the freaking season. I mean, damn, for the All-Star game. I'm trying to think. All right, we ain't talk about Atlanta yet because they haven't been in the cross pass. All right, I actually did a little bit with the Sky when they talk about them. But either way, they had a rough weekend. Yes. On Friday, they had Caitlin Clark came back, and she's just straight down there cooked their asses. But nah, it was her and Kelsey and Leah. That was the big three. That was the cast of this one. It was a close game. Jordan Cannon was going off. She had like 26 in the first half. Yeah, she had 26 in the first half. She splashed at 6 threes. It was a close game. It was 45-40. Atlanta was up 5 at the half. Then I don't know what happened in the Indiana hot locker room. She must have motivated them to shoot like hell because they outscored them 59-37 in the second half, and they win this one by 17 points, 99-82. Like I said, Caitlin Clark did come back, but Kelsey Mitchell was the star as always. 25 points and a steal, 2 blocks, nice. 9-16 shooting, very efficient, splashing 3 curries. Aaliyah Boston, 8 assists, 6 rebounds and a steal, nice. Sophie Cunningham off the bench, almost forgot this, 16 and 10 rebounds, nice. With a block too, splashing 4 curries, 4 or 5 in that range. I love it. And Caitlin Clark, 12 points, 9 assists, 4 boards. Nice. Shot crazy still, 5 of 17. Still in a slump, 1 of 7. But she was able to find girls before they can find each other. And that's one thing I will never take away. She can find her girls. And she only had 2 terms. That's one thing I'll never take away. She know how to find her peoples. As for Atlanta, what the hell happened, ladies? It was all good in the first half, not gonna lie, but in the second half, Jordan Cannon had no shot. 30 points. She ended with 30 points, 8 assists, and a steal. Oh shit, I forget something did go down. Ryan Howard, she went down. She tweaked her knee. I think she got ran into. Someone ran her leg and she fell down. I was like, oh no, Ryan, no. She came back in the game, but it did not look, she didn't look like the same when she got back in. She was really hampered, so they're going to do another MRI test and see what's the big idea. But Ryan had 14, 3 blocks and a steal. She was doing good. And Brittany Griner with 10 and 8 boards, 2 blocks and a steal. Trying to steal a BG on me a bit. That wasn't going to do shit. And then Sunday, they went to New York to take on Liberty. And it started out good for them. They was up 13 in the first, 26-13. They maintained it, was up 11 to 12 at the half. It was 42-31, 11. But that third quarter happened, and they got outscored 24-11, fourth 24-19, 48-30 in the second half, basically, and they lose. But Leonie Feebich, she get a new career high, 21 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, and a steal. 8 of 9 shooting. It's uber efficient. 4 or 5 from Curryland. It was the only misses from that range. And you made your only free throw. Nice. Good job. But on 21 on 9 shots is uber efficient. I love it. Brianna Stewart, 18 and 10 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. What the deuce, Stewie? You filled out the whole stat line. Good grief, Sabrina. Sabrina. 3 of 20? I I thought it said 5 of 20, but good grief. That makes it even worse. Good grief. 3 of 20. I ain't gonna steal for her shooting. She shot 7 of 19, but good grief. Oh for 7? Goddamn, Sabrina. Good thing Phoebus did come through when she did, because good grief. He almost shot him out the game. Oh, good grief. Good grief. As for Atlanta, they're 12-9 now. They had it's funny. No, it's funny. I put money on Alicia Gray to give me at least 20 against the Fever. She ain't do that. She only had 6. This one was a lot better with 16 points, 8 boards, and a steal. Why I tried the W? I don't know. Like basketball. And I had like 87 cents in the little DraftKings, and I had to play with. I was like, let me see if I can win some. I won one, and then that lost quickly. Anyway, Maya Caldwell, she had to start. 12 points, 5 boards, a steal and a block. Cute too. Jordan Camden, she didn't fall with a big 30 piece, but she almost had a triple-double watch. 12 points, 8 boards, 6 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. Good grief, 2 of 13. Good grief, I didn't even see that. And BG, her first double-double in like a long time. I think her first of the season, 10 and 10. Nice. With 2 blocks. Get some old vet BG work. And Nas Hillman with some 6 women work, 11 and 7 boards and 2 blocks. She most likely probably gonna win that award. It was gonna be Willa, but she got promoted to the starters. We did mention Atlanta plays Chicago next on their last game of the first half. Did we talk Phoenix? Shit, no. Yeah, we talk Phoenix. Dallas. We're going to leave Dallas. We need to go to Dallas. Because, Yeah, we did. All right, we do. All right, we had the anticipated match of all anticipated matches. The last 2 number 1 overall draft picks. Paige Backus, who's this year's draft pick, going to Indiana, to host Caitlin Clark, or to take on Caitlin Clark, who was the first overall pick of last year's draft. And boy, ladies, did they put on a show. High scoring first quarter, 28-27. But my God, that second quarter changed everything. I ain't never seen a team get outscored by double the margin this quickly. And 36-15 is only a minuscule what the heck happened. It was 64-42 at the half. I was like, good grief. Dallas tried to make inroads, but they couldn't really get past 15, and it was just that. The big set, 5 girls in double figures, 4 to 5 starters. Kelsey Mitchell, 20 points, 4 boards, nice. 8 of 12 shooting, good, very efficient. Natasha Howard, 18 points, 2 steals, 8 of 9 shooting, nice. Leah Boston, 17 points and a block, 11 shooting, nice. Caitlin Clark, 14 points, 13 assists, 5 steals and a block. Still shoot crazy, 4-12, but hey, you find your girls and only throwing them over twice, we'll take those odds. And Sophie Cunningham at 13 and 5 boards off the bench. Nice. Get some nice burn. And I only mention Taylor because it's obvious. Like, you see it happen. But this one was not as obvious. She would not turn the ball over. So good. So shout out to her. They got this win, and they get 11 wins. All right. As for Dallas, Paige had a great game. 21 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals. They both had good games, but in different ways. Paige was trying to score tip more. Kayla was setting her girls up and getting assists. Lee Ryu, she could be in the conversation from breakout players. 16 points, 5 boards, a block, and a steal. Larry, 11 shooting. Okay. Tried a couple curry bombs. I know he can shoot. Oh, snap. And J.J. Quinterly, 13 and 4 assists, like since. And Isaiah James, 11 points off the bench. I almost said 13 with a steal. Nice. I likes that. I likes that a lot. All right. All right. Like I said, they play Aces on Wednesday, and then boom. All right. Last, but certainly not the least, the team that gets talked about on every platform down there. They ain't got one person, which I find funny. The Indiana Fever. We talk about the Fever. They beat Dallas. They take on Connecticut tonight. So let's get into picks for tonight. All right. I got the Fever. We got the Fever and the Connecticut Sun. I got the Fever winning that one. And DC, we're going to LA. We got to put on a show for these girls. I'm going to us. We're going to eke it out. I believe it. I believe it. All right. That's enough for the W. Oh, that is enough for the W. Okay, so how we going to do this? We're going to go for wrestling. This is the last time we're talking about. But we are going to go through this. Build a sandwich. A Stewie Coutman sandwich, as we like to say it. We're going to start from the worst to the best. The worst pay-per-view. Then we'll get the mid pay-per-view. A really good pay-per-view. And an excellent pay-per-view. So we're going to go through that. Boom, boom, boom. So let's go from negative to positive, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go from negative to positive. We can get this. First off, Saturday main event was the worst out of all these weekends. By far. I'm so glad I didn't watch this live because I would have been aggravated at the amount of commercials and a lot of fluff they wasted instead of having matches. I did the numbers. Yes, I did math, damn it. I did AF. And like C inches. It took 11 minutes of them to get to the first match when you started at 8 o'clock on the nose. And then you put the first commercial on 4 minutes into the match between RKO and Drew. That's not good. That is not good. They had Joe Test talking, Josh the Ventura talking, all the footage for what happened on SmackDown. I don't even want to get into that one. But RKO and Drew going at it. This is their worst ever encounter, and the fact that Logan Paul and Jelly Roll are involved in this shit, fuck. Jelly Roll pushing down Logan Paul when he tries to distract Randy, and he's like, "Stay out of it," and then Drew is berating Jelly Roll for being out of that. Like, stay in your lane, pal. Stay out there. He turned around, RKO'd. Boom. 1, 2, 3, Randy wins. What the fuck? Alright, fine. Logan Paul gets in the ring and punches down Randy. He's giving the business. J-Roll, he hesitates at first, but comes in the ring and gets him off of Randy. And says it. It's like, come on, Randy, you good? Got you, fam. Got you. And then BAM! Drew hits him with a Claymore right on his jaw. And he was asleep. At least he sold it well. We'll give him that. But, nighty-night. Boy, boy, boy. These commercials trip me out because it just... We didn't really get a lot of action. It was alright. And then we had Randy. He kind of kicked out the Claymore would put his phone on the rope, and I'm like, damn, might as well need the damn thing. Might as well do the feature shot DDT from now on, Drew. That's what I thought in my head, but oh boy, it seems like we're actually gonna get this match. Yeah, boy, we're really gonna get this one. Good luck, fellas. And wait a minute, I just waited the man. Hold up. Logan Paul is going to tell you one of my favorites, Drew McIntyre. I guess Triple H thinks that because he's part of the Logan family, that I will be cool with this. No. First of all, he's the redheaded stepchild of the whole clan. And the only reason we allow Logan from Wolverine as part of this clan is because it's Wolverine. And, that's his daughter. She cool, you know what I'm saying? And that's Wolverine. That's the only reason we allow this shit. He ain't got a last name that I can remember off the top of my head. But that's always we allow Logan. Logan Paul, he is not a part of the Logan clan. He's not. He is not. He is a first namer. He is a first namer and is not the last namer. That's why we don't have him in part of the clan. It's a difference. There's a difference. So you think I'm gonna be supply and let this shit slide? Oh no, sirree. Oh, I am outraged. I am outraged. Not really that outraged, but just like, what the fuck? This is what we gotta deal with. But I've been hearing with J Roll, he's been slimming down, so I've been noticing that. I'm like, okay, I see you been working hard and he's trying to get in shape. So I'll give him credit for it. I was like, okay, at least he's doing the right things to get himself in shape, to get himself right so he can perform. So I ain't gonna be mad at him. So good luck. They're showing the latest evolution, and Naomi attacks Jay from behind. And good grief, that forearm by Jay, good grief. I said, good grief, damn. I hope you found your toothpaste in the front row. Cause good gosh, she laid the smack down her chocolate ass. Anyway, Nick Aldis brings the stakes even higher by including all of the Ebony Express, by having the EST as a guest referee. Wait a minute, hold up. This is a first. I think this might be a first that we seen a superstar be guest referee twice in a year, in the same year. Usually it's one time. Usually just one time, and then we'll probably see him, down the line, further down the line. But this quick, tough. That means they want to see the ESC in that referee uniform, just like me. Just like me. They are a bunch of gooners too. Just like me. Either way, that's what they want. That's why I think they put the ESC back in that. They want to see in that referee outfit again. I would too. But say that. We'll worry about that tomorrow. We'll worry about it later. We get some bloodline where we had Solo Sikoa defend U.S. Tigers Jimmy Uso. I think this is for his singles opportunity. This is. I had to read it again. Yes, it is. That's what I thought it was, Lawrence. Anyway, the Tongas help Solo retain by putting the Tyler Tonga's foot in Solo's ass and helping seal the pin on Jimmy, which I thought was kind of funny. I was like, what the hell? Just put his foot in his ass. So, hey, at least we got that. And then 5-2 saves Jimmy from getting banked. Yada I mean. And then did his thing. Seth freaking Rollins' LA Knight. Yeah. This one was just disappointing. Mainly because Seth, this is the second time he's done this. The first time we see him do this, he did the springboard flip moonsault, and then he did the backflip moonsault off the ropes. But when LA moved, Seth lay on his knee, and my knee, he buckled. I was like, uh-oh, that's not good. He had a history of knee issues. He tore his ACL. I think he tore ACL on that same knee. So this ain't new. So, but they had Doctor's over there for a few seconds, like check on him, and then he got up, and then BFT, bam, wham bam, thank you, man, bye bye. Yeah, at least LA won. Yeah, at least we got that. And it had to be expressed to Seth, who we're still trying to figure out the details, because I've heard one said 4 to 5 months, that I heard That seen one where it says Seth be evaluated in a couple weeks, so we'll see how that one goes. Either way, I hope Seth is alright. Hoping ain't gonna take him out past the year if he kind of crashing his Money in Bank briefcase. That's all I think. I just hope that it doesn't take him away from that. So we'll see how that goes. See how it goes. And the main event, Gunther's Gunther defended the World Heavyweight Championship against Goldberg in Goldberg's retirement match. In the home city of Atlanta, he had an interest in everything. And when I see Gunther came out first, like, you know what that means? Shit's about to go left for somebody. Who's next? He had all the crew, little entourage, Goldberg, all the intro. Rawr. While Gunther was shouting and Goldberg was like, "This ain't nothing, kid." That's the first few minutes funny. I'm not gonna lie. I never thought I would say this, but Goldberg had the match of the night. Yes, he had the match of the freaking night. Shocked me too, my guy. It shocked me too. Yes. And he went through the barricade. Good grief. Yeah, he tried to spear Gunther and then he gets reversed into that barricade. And damn referee. Charles Roster got to make at least 6 figures because this is the second straight time he's been through stuff. But he got a cracked rib for getting speared by Goldberg. Goldberg had his knee worked over most of the night, and after the ref speared him, they got a second ref to come in. But he couldn't capitalize off of the spear off of Gunther because his knee was still tweaked or bad. And then it got sad because Gunther just choked the shit out of Goldberg. I was like, good grief. You ain't doing like that. But he went to sleep. Gunther retains and Goldberg retiring. And then why did they go over like, why? All that fluff and talking, you could have had those few minutes for Goldberg, at least have a little speech. It just went off like 30 seconds in, and you knew something was about to go off. When I seen Cole's face, he like, shit, we had like 45 seconds left. Goldberg, hurry up. I'm like, you not gonna tell this motherfucker to hurry up. That's when I saw Cole's face. He's like, I look at his beat eyes. He's like, shit, we got like 45 seconds left. He handed the mic real quick. And then I see the niggas, they like, LeVic and Finn, their names top on the bottom. I said, oh, no, they do them dirty. That's wild. Oh, wow. That was wild. Nasty work. That was nasty work. Oh, shit. That was nasty work. Whew. But anyway, this shit was ass. Disappointing, and I'm so glad I didn't watch this shit live because I'd have been pissed off because half the shit was commercials. 4 matches in a 2-hour span is nasty work. You out your freaking mind. You out your freaking mind. So glad I didn't watch it live. So F. You get an F for that shit. Okay. So let's go. Let's get a little positive. Let's get positive. Let's I had to go back. Let's get positive. Let's get a little more positive. Great American Bash. This was head to head with AEW All In. Ooh, you know, I thought it was having a war of some sorts, but I guess they was like, I don't like how they all stay at the same time. Well, you got people in Atlanta and you got people in Texas. 2 different venues. 2 different places, 2 different time zones too. So deal with it, please. And it's a good thing they get kind of where it's in Texas, because if they were not, and they were in the East Coast, then yeah. But anyway, let's go through this action. All right, let's start with Jasper Troy versus Javon Evans. I never want to say this. I don't like saying this. This is disappointing. I don't like saying it. I don't really like saying this, but I think Jasper Troy is a jobber now. He's a jobber. I'm sorry. He's a jobber. It was a cool little match, but Jasper won with the most lethal move in all wrestling with the small package. After he was overpowered like 6% of the match. But either way, Jasper's a jobber. Javon wins. Shout out to Javon though. He's still going in. Uh LFG, I don't know. They may need to tweak some things to LFG. But either way. Next year, so we're gonna defend the North American title against Izzy Dane. Cool little match. Tatum slapped Zara in the face, and Zara ran away, but Zara gets her payback on Tatum by spearing her back, and that Soul Snatcher that came out of nowhere, and she got the victory off of that one, retaining her title. Good shit, Soul. Ready to go swimming? Do 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 do. Next, we have Ego defending North American title against Saints in a Falls Count Anywhere match player. They fight all over the place. They fight in the balcony where people was getting their shirts and drink sets. So yeah, they was finding that place. Ricky puts Eagle through the WWE shop table. Damn. There was something that happened. It was Jasper Troy. He was talking to somebody. And Eagle pushes Saints into him, and he didn't like it, and he gets chokeslammed onto a crate. I said, dang. Well, at least he's doing something productive. But good grief. The ending was insane. They was on the stage. Off to the side, there was like tables, for like waters or stuff like that, whatever. Off the stage. Ego hits the power bomb, throwing Saints off the stage through the two tables. Good grief. And pick up the 1, 2, 3 and retains. Wait, I forgot to write a W next to Eagle's name. There you go. Boom. It was really good. It was a good Falls Count Anywhere match. They used the environment well. We went to different places. The pain wasn't in the ring, so that's always a plus in a Falls Count Anywhere match to me. So I enjoyed it. I give 3.5. Actually, yeah, just for that, 3.75. We'll give you that. We'll give you 3.75 because you gave me that a little bit. Soul and Izzy, that was a 3, and Jazz and Javon, that was a 2.5. Only because it was a jobber. Either way, let's move. Maurice? Oh, Tori Spelling. Oh, they ain't like Maurice at first. We had a contract signing between the TNA World Champion Trick Williams, Mike Santana, and Joe Hendry. And the two TNA guys look to try to bring the belt back to TNA while Trick like to keep it in NXT. But the TNA guys, they work together for one night only to powerbomb Trick through the announcer's table. But after that, Darkseid comes alive, and ain't nobody safe when Darkseid appears, and they just beat the piss out of freaking the duo, Santana and Hendry. And now they got to team up with Trick Willie tonight to take on Darkseid, 3 members of their crew. So good luck with that, fellers. Just wave your hands side to side, and they might go away. It's him, but I didn't think it was. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright. Number 4, we have Oba Femi defending the North NXT title against Yoshiki Inamura. Respect versus respect, and I think that's why they can relate to each other. There's one I actually like this one. The ref got knocked down again. Oh no. Josh trying to cheat for this man, but he know that he don't know. Yoshiki is a respectful man. He don't know that. He does not know that. And so Yoshiki didn't know that Briggs not in the face of the title belt. And Briggs was on the apron trying to help Yoshiki get up there, get up there. And Yoshiki, he was about to do his little pounce. And he notices Briggs is there. And he's like, yo, what are you doing with that title? And I'm like, no, man, come on. Don't worry about me. Get him, bro. Don't worry about me. Get him. Get that title. And that distraction was enough for Oba to repower, configure himself, and boom, make him powerbomb through the mat for the 1, 2, 3 and retain his title. I feel Briggs is going to involve himself in this, and he involved himself even more by getting the Oba's face after this one. Even after Oba said just that Yoshiki deserves a rematch because he is a man of honor. He is a man of real chance. He's a man that just wants to get the job done in a respectful manner. I was like, well, this is a first from Oba. He's actually showing a babyface role for first. Because he usually like, I put that back down. You are the ruler. I am the ruler. And you are the loser. Well, this is a first. So Bray's like, man, get the honest shot of the damn book, man. Forget all that. I was like, damn. And they start going back and forth, pushing, But yeah, they all these guys now. But either way, interesting how it's gonna go. Is Bray's gonna try to get himself in the NXT title picture? Or he's still trying to help out Yoshiki? Questions. And in the main event, we have the Fatalists of Influence, Fallon Henley and JC Jane, taking on a team of Jordan Grace and My Milk of Magnesia, Mariah May. It was a cool little tag match. But we had a surprise too from Slamovich, and he'll slam a bit, and she'll slam a bitch, and she slammed Jasmine Nix. Well, took her to the bag. But yeah, and Blake pinned the champion, JC James. Well, Laney Reed, she did what you couldn't do. Ha! I guess Laney Reed was like, ha, told you. She's a beatable champion. Yeah. Like, you couldn't beat her, jobber. Last two matches, I give the Oba a 3 1/4, and I give this one 3 because it was just solid. It was just solid. Nothing crazy going down. It was just solid. Just a solid performance from all parties. Nobody effed up and nobody did anything crazy, so we'll take it. Like I said, this Granite Gash, a C+. Nothing bad happened. It was a good show. The false camera is my match tonight to me because the element of that was probably a favorite. Then I guess Oba Yoshiki, then Soul Izzy, then the tag, and then Javon and Jasper. So we give that a C+ because we'll give you that. Alright, I don't know why I was doing this. Okay. Evolution. We getting a lot better now because this is a really good pay-per-view. This is the second Evolution. The first one happened way in 2018 and it had a different cast of characters. Hell, I don't even think half the show is even there. Real shit. Of course, you got Bailey, Becky, Charlotte, Lexa, a few others. Nia Jax, Nia Snax, of course, Zelina, a few others from that show is still around. But there's a lot of different faces this time. But at least they get the NXT title on that show too. But let's start with the 3-way dance between Becky, Bailey, and Lana for the IC title. It was a good ass 3-way to start the show. Good ass 3-way. All 3 of these ladies was going in. And probably the slickest small package reverse backslide, whatever the fuck's the most dangerous move of all wrestling had the slickest ending. Cause Bailey hit I think Bailey to belly or some move, and she stacked Lyra for the pin. But Becky came from behind, got her 2 elbows, slid Becky over. Slid Bailey over on the shoulders. 1, 2, 3, and retained. That was slick. That was a slick ending. I even wrote two slick ending. So cool. I'll give Becky credit for that. It was a slick ending. So and she retains. Good ass match. And I have a feeling. Well, I'll give it a little. This is Tuesday, so I did watch Raw. Bayley and Lyra went at it 2 out of 3 falls for the IC title, number one contender, and Bayley got the first pin, but Lyra got the Nightwing, and I think she rolled up with a small package, the last one. So, no, the small package is the first one. Then the second one was the Nightwing. So boom, and she's going to take on Miss Blanche at the Summerfest. So it's nice. But it was a good, but all that was good. It was a good ass action. Very good action. Number 2, JC Jane defended Tigers Jordan Grace. Let's see how this one goes today. Blake offers her services to Jordan, saying, I want to accompany you to your ring. I was like, okay, we're going to see my Mugga Magnesia at least. Good grief. This is a surprise. But then I think for a second, I was like, wait a minute. Oh no, Jordan, don't trust her. I had to think about it. I said, Jordan, don't trust her. Jordan, don't do it. But she's acquiesces and they are together. So I'm like, Jordan, I wouldn't trust her as much as I can throw her, Jordan, as much as you can throw her. I wouldn't trust her as far as you can throw her, Jordan, if I'm you. But they're together. Everything's going to plan fruition. Phelan is trying to cheat the win, but Mariah puts a stop to it. Blake puts a stop to it. She pops Jasmine when she grabs the belt. She pops and she grabs it for herself. JC's about to be rebound the ropes, but Jordan is. And boom! Crack her in the back, the freaking back, with that title. Gasp. Gasp. No. Jason hits to the rolling encore and pins and retains her title. I called on the nose. I didn't expect that ending to go down though, but I called the part where Jason's going to win on the nose. Wow. So, well. They just advanced that. They really just advanced what the Tony and Mariah did, but they did it like way earlier. But either way, it was a solid match. Either way, it was a solid match. Oh shit! For the IC, I agree at a 4. It was a banger. JC and Grace, I give it a 3 because it was solid. 3 for I'll give it a 3. It was nothing too crazy went down. Wait, did I do the numbers right? Shit. I didn't do the numbers right there. I was running. Wait. It was 7 matches. Alright, anyway. Next up, they got four-way fatal, four-way tag team title match team. Roxanne and Raquel, they're going to put their titles against the Kabuki Warriors, Zoe, Ruka, and Zarya, and fucking the worst name of all time, the AOC, the Allies of Convenience, or aka Charlexa. Good match. Zarya keeps spearing Soul for accidents all the freaking time. What the heck? Especially when they do when Soul puts his foot in the girl's bag, put her up. That's how it happened again. But this time, Charlotte saves Alexa from getting speared. Good. That's an ally convenience. Real shit. Good timing to sit there. Good timing to save her. Because it could have been worse. But Raquel, she finally showed her big girl strength. And she listened to Kevin Nash when he said she need to work like a big girl. I was like, I agree. And she showed her dominance and hitting the Tejano bomb. Well, throwing Roxy onto the group of girls on the outside and then doing a Tejano bomb on Soruka. Good match. 3.5 stars. Everybody did good. I enjoyed this. It was very exciting, exhilarating, all over the place. Boom, boom, boom. All right. It's the Battle of the Blondes now. Tiffany Stratton defending the women's title against Trish Stratus. Yeah, I understand why my codes did the Undertaker, the Kurt Angle gif, cause damn, both of them look fine as hell. But everything was good. Trish still got it. She got what? Trish still got it. She's still killing it. This was low key one of my favorite matches of the night. I'm not gonna lie. That's probably my second, third favorite match tonight. If I got to organize it, we'll organize it afterwards. But this is one of my top three, so it was really good. They was going at it, and Tevy hit the Roderick Strong backbreaker move. I was like, damn, she wanna move out the muscle like that? Okay, shawty. I liked it, but Tiffany went Trish tried a moonsault. I don't think I've ever seen Trish try to do a moonsault before. That shot me. But Tiffany got out of the way. Then she showed this is how you hit a moonsault, shawty. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Tiffany retains. Boom. But it was a good match. I enjoyed it. And Trish got a way better send off than Goldberg did. I don't think this is her last match, but she got way better send off than Goldberg did. And she even talked. That's the funny part. She even had a mic in her hand. And she had a better walk off than that brother. That's wild. That's nasty work. Anyway, I'll give this one 380. I'm gonna give y'all a 3.8. $3.80. Cause let's $3.80. We'll give you 3.8. Boom. Yes, $3.80. Alright, let's go to the next one. Jay versus Naomi. No holds barred. Bianca guest ref. She don't have the same outfit she had last time, but still look good. Jay with the chain. Hop and with the Jada Jack. And then she grabbed the cameraman's camera and cracked Naomi in the gut with the cameraman. I said, well, goddamn. Trash can kick to the face. Naomi, she was trying to get vicious with Jay in the eye, cause she tried to stick her hand, she was sticking Jay's eye into the table, in the table leg. I was like, damn, that was nasty. And then she pushed Jade into a table that was on the outside that was set up earlier. And boom. Jay goes through that. I said, damn. But then she got another table. Naomi got another table. And she put Jade on top, put a chair on top. She going for the big split leg moonsault to win it. But Jade came back to life, had a nigga moment, throw the chair at her face, boom. Then gets to the top and does the advanced Jaded off the top and through the table. And that was it for the 1, 2, 3. Nice. Very hard hitting, went to the point, and it was kind of cool. And that drop kick, I forget, Jay was in front of a TV and Naomi drop kicked her and the TV kind of exploded. And I was like, damn. And a little smoky, like that. It went there. So it was cool, but it was cool. I liked it. Everything was good about this match. Everything was fine. Yeah, so cool. And Jade and Bianca, they still ain't really talk, so it's still kind of like awkward between them two. I don't know if they'll ever be cool again, but we'll see how that one goes. Next, we have the Battle Royale. Whoever wins, they're going to Paris for Clash in Paris. Hot take of all hot takes. This is the greatest Battle Royale of all time. I don't care what anybody says. This is the greatest Battle Royale of all time. We ain't had no I guess Nikki was the only legend, but at least we got Nikki and Chelsea entrance, so it was a hot start to start off this event. But immediately, right in the bell ring, Nia eliminates Izzy, Tatum, Patsy, and Izzy Dane, treating like a couple of jobbers. Immediately get thrown out. And Kaylani almost went that same fate too, but luckily the NXT girls saved Kaylani by keeping her on by moving her to the announce table. Thank goodness. And she had to find a way to get her over, get back into the ring. And she does, using her gymnastic skills by walking on her hands back to the ring and then pull herself up to get back into it. That was slick. That was cool. I was like, hey, pulling you into Kofi. I like that. Julia helped Stephanie eliminate Ivy now, and they're like, I got you, girl. And they go at it in the middle of the ring. Boom, boom, boom. Go back and forth. I didn't expect this. Natty doing the worm after Maxine did it. And Maxine, she got eliminated eventually. And Kaylani got eliminated dirty by Candice LeRae. She was doing with Nia Jax. She got pushed over the top, but she was still on the apron. Candice got eliminated, but she was still out there being a hater and pulled Kaylani off the rope. Are you freaking serious? Boom. That's nasty work. Lash was the star of this whole damn show. I think she threw someone else. I think it was Zelina, then because it was a group, and Zelina had to eat all of that. I was like, ugh. But either way, the final, when we got to near the end, it was like Lash eliminated Nikki. Like, there was a lot of stuff going on. Stephanie did her devil's kiss on Chelsea. I was happy. Nikki and Lola Vice, they did the Nikki twirl, the little spinneroonie. I was like, Yeah, a lot was going on here. It was kind of hot. Chelsea did the taunt the Nikki with her move. I was like, oh man, this is like heaven. This is why I say this is the greatest battle of all time. A lot was going on here, and it was very high. It was very intense. But Lash and Stephanie are the last two after they eliminate Nia Jax working together. I was like, okay. I was rooting for Lash. Okay, Lash, is your moment. Shit. You in Highlander, I don't care. It's your moment. But Stephanie does the devil's kiss again at the end when it was on the apron. Lash put on the shoulders, but Stephanie reversed it, getting them both over. And then it worked to where she got a devil's kiss, dot that thing a few times, knock down Lash, and Stephanie wins. Yay. And just like we guessed it, I got Stephanie V winning. Yay. And she's going to Pettis. Delicious. But this was the greatest battle royal of all time. Bar none, I don't care. It's better than that SmackDown one when Great Khali won. That's better than that one. It's better than the one on Raw. I think it was to go to, a pay-per-view. I forget which one, but it was the greatest cash of all. It's the greatest battle royal of all time. Argue with me. 5 fucking stars. Yes. Yes. A battle royale got 5 stars. I'm trying to write a star. Boom. 5 stars. Perfect. Everything was perfect from the beginning to the end. And then, everything was perfect. Jada even eliminated Nikki, Natalya too. So everything was just perfect. To the minute detail. And the main event, Io Sky defending the women's title against Rhea Ripley. Let's see if she can get that monkey off Io. Like, she never beat Io in any one-on-one triple threat setting. Can it change? This is really good. They was going at it, and Io dropped the shit out of the referee, and she was out. I said, damn. I don't even blame her, but she came at the light though. But when the ref was out, they went over to where the high spot at. And Io did a big splash on the rear. Whee! In the crowd. So it was fun. But Rhea does a big superplex to get back to ring. Did a big superplex. And both ladies are down for the count. I'm like, damn. I was like, when is this going to end? I was like, who the heck's going to get the advantage first? And then Naomi's music starts playing. I was like, oh shit, did she cash in? And she cashes in her moment. I'm like, this is your moment, Naomi. Get it. Go. And she cashed in, crashed Io in the head with that briefcase. She had to wait a couple moments because Alicia had announced it as a triple threat. It's like, ring the bell! Ding, ding, ding! Boom! Crack Io in the face with the briefcase. Throw Rhea into the shoulder into the post on the other side. Get out of the situation. Does a split-legged moonsault on Io. 1, 2, 3. Naomi wins. I had to write this one down. And Naomi is the new women's world champion. I spelled the fucking name wrong. There you go. There you fucking go. And this one is 5 stars too, just because Naomi cashed in. Everything was great until that moment, and then that just made it even better. SNME. I'm glad that she got in, because I was worried that either they try to do it on Jade and have her lose, or she does on Jade and it works. Which I had the idea too. A lot of people did too, honestly. And I'm glad that she pivoted, you feel me, to look at the other side of the coin and got her ass a title. For the first time in 8 years, she's now a champion. Naomi is a singles world women's champion. Took a while and a big change. Now she's telling people proceed with caution. But she gonna have to proceed with caution next, because she had to deal with these two again in a 3-way dance at the Summerfest. They announced it on Raw too, so at least Naomi, you have to retain, because there is a dream match of mine that you and Stephanie Vaquer can do together. Oh, baby, please. Naomi, I'm rooting for Naomi like my heart depends on, like I got money on that chick. I'm cheering so hard because I need that 1v1. I need that. I need Naomi versus Stephanie Vaquer. I need that. I need that for the streets. I need that one for me. I need that one for the Abby. I need that. We need that in our lives. Yes, please, just give it to me. I'm ready for it. I'm so ready for it. Okay, Evolution. They get an A-. I enjoyed this show from top to bottom. Every match was good. No, there was no bullshit. There was little quick little moments. I mean, like, the hell? But nothing made me say, turn this bitch off. or go to sleep. I was enjoyed by this entire pay-per-view. The ladies, Becky, Bayley, Lyra, BBL, they went off and they had the bangers, started the show nicely. Jason Grace is kind of like, not the best, but it was so good. It was still a great ass match. Still a good match. The shock at the end. Tata was really good. Tiffany and Trish was really good. Jay and Naomi is very excellent. The battle was SNME, the greatest battle of all time, and then Naomi cashed in and made it even great. So I'll give y'all an A-, I guess. Actually, an A. Let me throw that A. Fuck the minus. Scribble that out. We'll give you an A, ladies. We'll give you an A, because it was enjoyable. How I rank it? Who would thought I'd say this? But the Bad Boy was first. Bad Boy first. Io Marie was second, plus a Naomi-ish. Third was Tiffany and Trish. Fourth was Becky, the BBL 3-way. Fourth was Trish and Tiffany. Fifth was Jay and Naomi. Sixth was a tag match. And seventh, JC and Grace. Boom. That's how it goes. So, yeah, that's how I rank it, in my opinion. This was the greatest battle of all time. I don't care. But either way, excellent show. Will there be an Evolution 3? They'll do that shit in 2030 when shit goes really further down. They'll do that shit down the line. 2030. Because they want to get some girls from, like, on the other side, they try to get all 4 horses for a 4-way one last time. Will not be surprised they try to do that shit. Will not be surprised. That's all. All right. All right. Let's go all in, fam. Wait a minute. I had to throw some things. Okay, All In was a good show. Hold on. I gotta write in. Wait a minute. There we go. A couple pre-show matches. I was gonna go through the pre-show matches real quick before we get to the real meat and potatoes. God damn it! Come on. Yeah. All right. So cool. We had the Sons of Texas defeat Shane Taylor Promotions in an 8-man tag. Basically, it's Dustin Rhodes, Devon Eriks, and Sammy Guevara, all their country asses. They take on all the brothers, basically, Shane Taylor Promotions, STP, and Anthony Ogogo. What the fuck? What the? Remember when Anthony Ogogo was looked at as one of the guys that was trying to build up, and he's now with Shane Taylor Promotions. I don't mind it, but it's kind of confusing. And I know Trisha Dole was with them. I seen that recently when I was watching that. But Sons of Texas win. They win. Big Boom AJ, Kyle Riley, Hologram, Tomohiro Ishii. He beat the Don Callis family. Thank goodness. I'm gonna talk. She was not part of that one. Yeah, I did that. He witnessed Boom. I didn't really care. I was like, whatever. FTRB style runners again. They do not get their payback, so that's all she wrote. Let's go to the main show. The Ops take on the YT Combat Club in the trios match for the trios titles. It was a cool little match. Basic. 1, 2, 3. The Ops win thanks to Muscle Buster by Joey Samoa, and then he gets his head pulverized. He gets taken out of the match and c'est la vie. Bye, Joe. All right. It was just standard 2.5. We'll give you 2.5. It was just like a regular match. We could have seen this on Dynamite for sure. And next we had the Casino Men's Battle Royale. MJF and Mark Briscoe were the 2-1 guys to start the match. So we're just gonna name the guys. 3 was Ricochet. He working with MJF, which I never thought that would happen. Weird. 4th was Bandito. Him and Takashita back to back. It's number 5. I still need to kind of see the ROH match because it sounded like it was lit as hell, but we'll see. 6 was Mystico. 7, Josh Alexander. 8th is Bowens. 9th, Roddy. 10th, Brody. 11, Juice Robinson. And it's clean shaven Juice Robinson. No beard. But the Gun Club try to help him out, baby. As the Gates of Agony help out Ricochet. So good. I let them play together. Guns even the odds take him out. Next was Kota Ibushi. Okay, surprise, motherfucker. 13, the Beast Mortos. 14th, Max Casson, who can survive with the best wrestler alive. And then he gets popped by Bo. and then he tried to do Bo. I think Bo was popped in the face. But hey, I'm surprised Max Casson got in this one. But the thievery of all thieveries. Mark Briscoe does the J Driller on Roddy, but MJF throws him out the ring and takes the pin and the win. Good little battle, yo. Good little casino gauntlet. Yeah, it was a good little casino gauntlet. I'll give this a 3. I give this a 3. It was not. Now, a lot be going on in this, but there was a couple moments that was kind of funny, so. Well, it was actually kind of cool, so we'll give it a 3. We have some tragedy to report. We're supposed to see Colin Fletcher for the TNT title. I was actually looking forward to this. This was one actually for you I was looking forward to because they need to run it back. But unfortunately, Cole can't go. And I look like he had concussion issues because I've been seeing some replays of him landing on his head first and then bounce. So that's not good. I hope he's doing well and And I keep seeing the rumors of him retiring, but I'm like, no, it can't be the case. We gotta have to see it out. We'll see if he's alright. We'll see if he's gonna be alright. But it turned to a fatal four to Dustin Rhodes, Danny Garcia, Kyle Fletcher still in his match, and Sammy Guevara. Good little four-way, but Dustin is the veteran in this match, and he used the most veteran know-how move to win the match. The small package. Delicious. And he small packaged Garcia to win the TNT title for the first time. So he got 3 sets of belts. He got the ROH, all the tags, and now he got the TNT title. At least he didn't pin at least he didn't pin his boy. So at least he got that going for him. And him and Sammy, they eventually weighed the odds. Good. So at least they didn't have to really spark any breakups. So good, we got that going. Let's go. Next, we'll give this one. We'll give it a 3. We'll give it a curry bomb. We'll give you a 3 because it was a good little match. I would just leave it there. Number 4, we had the Buckaroos versus Swerve and Ospreay. If the Bucks win, Swerve and Ospreay can't go for title for a year. If the team wins, Swerve and Ospreay win, Young Bucks are no longer EVPs. Dun dun dun. There was a lot was going on in this match too, but good grief. But JoJo say, ain't nobody loves me better than you before Swerve's entrance. Which is actually kind of cool. And the Young Bucks arriving the shit with 4 years ago. The Young Bucks are 2 ace of the entrance of All Elite Wrestling. Through this girl, they have given thousands, hundreds, and millions of rock fans all around the world to enjoy some good old-fashioned professional wrestling. And with this, I decree, we get this tag match started, baby. That was my best impression of being proper English, but I can't be proper all the way. But either way, a lot was going on in this match. Crazy consequences, crazy sequences. But Swerve and Ospreay win this one with the house hidden blade, I like to call it. There was a house hidden blade call that occurred. So, boom. And they got that 1, 2, 3, boom. Good job, fellas. Get them Buckaroos out of office. Get them and become jobbers. Get them out of here, coach. Now they're gone. Boom. All right, for the ladies. So that was good. I'll give this one 4. A lot of actions going on. We'll give this a 4. We'll match the one where I have the number you guys were at anyway in this match. But let's go with the Casino Women's Gauntlet. Let's go. We had number 1, Chris Statlander, 2, Megan Bain. We had a nice little muscle mommy stare down. It was kind of tasty. I would like to be in between that sandwich. Then third, it got even hotter with Willow in the mix. Delicious. Number 4, we gotta get some booty in there with Ty Mello. And Harley Cameron is back and chases away Penelope Ford. Good grief. Harley's back at least. Yay. And she still got the Rip Hamilton special. And she chased Penelope away, which she finds hell too, but good grief. Anyway, next, 5th is Thekla. That little toxic spider she is. Number 6 is Julia Hart. Number 7, Queen Amanada, who was power. She took that shit off so quick when she saw Thekla face. She took a little head wrap off, threw that shit down, took a little guard, and ran with a purpose to get Thekla. She ran there with purpose and intention. Number 8, Mina Shirakawa, who is now they're saying the interim RH Women's TV champion because Red Velvet couldn't go. Pooh. Why? What happened there? Number 9, Athena, the Women's World Champion. Ooh. RH Women's World Champion, the RH one version. Number 10, Thunder Rosa, just like what's her face, Takashita and Bandito did the same thing. Number 11, Shuri. I've heard of her name before because it's spelled that specific way, but I haven't really seen her do a lot of action. Did pretty well in the little bit I saw. Number 12, Alex Windsor. I only know this broad for 2 reasons. She's British, which I heard in the voice, and I'm hearing that that's Osprey's lady. So, congratulations, bruv. Not bad. Not bad for the English gal. I forget someone took out a whole crowd, but it was the whole crowd, and except Julia and Thekla, they got this weird mystic connection of I can hang on stuff and do that. So that's what she does, and that was funny. Mina was going. I think she was working with Julia. I forget, but Mina was about to do a figure 4. And looked like it was about to be finished. But bam, Athena came out knowing what I forget what she calls it now this time, but the eclipse, as I still call it, and gets the victory for herself in her home city of Texas. You know what I realized? I saw a little bit of that press conference about like a clip where Athena was going off on the dude comparing to Goldberg. I'm like, bitch, why are you comparing to Goldberg? How would you, if I was on that conference, I'd ask her, how does it feel to win in your home city of Dallas, Texas, in the biggest show of AEW in America, in AEW's American history? And she'd had to give me a good ass answer for that shit, cause, yeah. I get it. This one was slightly better than the men's. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was slightly better than the men's. I give it 3.5, so it's pretty exhilarating, and it has some shit going on. The men's had shit going on too, don't get twisted, but at least it was a little intriguing. At least it had some returns. At least you got some returns, and some new shit, so let's go. Alright, 6, we had the Hurt Syndicate, the Hurt Business defended tag titles in a 3-way dance against Jet Speed and Christian Cage and Nick Wayne, the Patriarchy. Lashley pushes Christian FTR, who was sitting ringside this one, because they want to be the next number 1 contender for them titles. So FTR, but Lashley pushes Christian into the FTR. That was funny. Lashley and then just used his strength, and they retain. Eventually, I think they pinned Christian. He pinned Christian too. So yeah, get him out of there. So Herbis retains. It's a good little match. Speed and Jet, they use their little speed to get themselves on the edge. They had a couple chances, but no avail. Nick Wayne and Christian were usually doing more sneaky shit, trying to be like sneaky, but it was not enough. But FTR at the match was ready to beat on Christian for what happened. They ran, so it's 3-on-3, sort of, because Stoke was there too. But I know he wasn't going to do anything. Either way, Christian and the fans, Christian's like, come on, fam, let's go away. Let's walk away. And it looked like Christian was going. He was going through the ropes, but Nick Wayne wasn't going. And he grabs Christian and turns on him. Gasp. Wow. Wowzers. And they look like they about to end it here with a concerto. But you think you know me? The Copester is back, son. Adam Copeland is back. But he's here to take out FTR, but they scurry away before he can even get a chance. Cause he had to get his shit in. Get my shit in. I had to get my bot to the side of the freaking stage. I had to get on the other side first too before I come down with Spike. And I had to get my pyro. I had to get it all before I could get down to you, Christian. But he saves him a little bit and gets him out of there. FTR runs away, run around like a bunch of scalded dogs, get up out of there. So, boom. And then Christian and Edge are alone. And Christian is like, oh shit, like I seen a ghost. And Edge is like, go find yourself. He didn't say go fuck yourself. Go find yourself. I was like, yes, there you go. I was like, thank goodness. Don't let this shit be quick and easy like that. No. He gonna have to earn that shit. Cause I can see Christian and Edge getting back together way if I see Will and Chris getting back together. So I need them $10 like current up right now. Still got time. Either way, it was beautiful. Either way, Edge is back. Yay. The match, $2.75. Let me get 2 for 75 cents. Let's do that. It's not bad. Not bad. Next we have what they called a 3-way main event type shit between the 3 matches they were advertising the most. Let's go to the first one was advertised the most. Tony Khan defending the women's title against Mercedes Moné. Let's see, my baby can become a 7-belt champion, or Tony will be timeless. It was going back and forth with each other with their emotes. Tony with all that ass, good grief. She tried to twerk too. I was like, girl, you need to get you on the twerk team. It's like that. I'm joking. But on the real, it was a good back and forth. I enjoyed this one. And we learned this. Mercedes has a hard head. Because she kicked out a 3 straight fucking power drivers. Damn. But that last one, though, at the top, put her out of business. And Tony retains. I'm a little shocked. Because it seemed like they look like they want to put all the belts on Mercedes. It seemed like it was leaning towards that. And you know how they were saying how she has creative control and all that stuff. This is how I address it. I look at it. Let's say I'm Stephen Curry. And like this, like let's go this year. Let's say like we're gonna try to get Jimmy Butler. They're gonna be like, they're gonna put it out there that, yo, Steph, we're gonna try to trade for Jimmy Butler. Is it cool if we trade some of these guys? And then Curry looks over the analysis, look at the rosters, look at Jimmy, look at that possibility to say, yeah, go for it. That's how I kind of look at it. And I kind of look at that like for all-star players, like for like superstars, building block guys. It would be like the GM will present the guy who they're trying to get and see if they'll be cool with it. And then they'll do it. And that's how I kind of look at it with Mercedes and her little situation. That's how I see it, in my opinion. In my little honest opinion, if I'm kind of being sort of honest. That's how I kind of look at it. They're presented with, hey, we're going to let you win this title. We're going to put you on this title. You cool with that? Like, yeah, sure. I ain't going to say no. That's how I look at it. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little different. Or a little naive. But people will really be bitching about this shit. I be seeing a lot. Now for the other dude, now for her dude, she probably put a lot of recommendations to put him on TV more and stuff like that. We can have a conversation with that one. But with her, they presented like she's a star player, and they were like, "Are you cool with that?" They're like, "Sure, yeah, cool with that." That's how I look at it. Either way. Anyway, number 8, we have Okada versus Omega, part 5. Wait a minute, I did write down W Okada. This was winner takes all. Whoever wins is the double unified international continental champ, intercontinental champion. Intercontinental champion. Yes, I had to say it with ice. Make it twice. International. Yeah, they can kind of do that. It's a lot of fucking words though. International. But either way, it's a lot of fucking words. Either way, It was a cool little match. DC, yo, Dog Callis is a menace and is a massive recruiter. Good grief. I think he's the John Calipari of AEW because he is finding all these recruits. But he did the funniest thing he done in a while where he pulled the ref out and stopped on that motherfucker back. Like, bitch, you ain't counting shit. I was like, bro, what the hell? What the hell? Rocky tries to help, but Kota Ibushi, he takes him out. Boom. You ain't doing that here. But either way, Okada's able to get the Rainmaker on him after all the distractions and gets the 1-2-3 victory. Nice. I forgot for Tony Mercedes, $3.75. I need to go to the store. Yes, I need to go to the store. And for Kenny and Okada, $3.50. We'll give him $3.50. Yeah, he kept 4. We kept it at 3. Blaze Casino was 3.5. We'll give him that. Yeah, we do that. Yeah. That right. The Trios tiles. Yeah, I said $2.75, right? Yeah, I said $2.75. There we go. I had to write that change down. I had to write the change down. Let's go to the main event, ladies and gents. Mox versus Hangman. Leader of the White Tees versus Leader of the Cowboys. Will the White Tees prevail, or will there be a cowboy that rolls out of Dallas with a victory that's not related to Jerry Jones and his ensemble of teams? Let's go. Oh, this is a Texas death match, right? This is gonna get very gruesome, ladies and gentlemen. Very gruesome. Heyman brought the whistles out, and then brought his old theme out, which is kind of cool. Which is actually cool. I like that. The theme where he won the title the first time when he went against Kenny. That theme. Then, I'm sorry, I caught what else coming on. But anyway, I all got a new one though. Either way, Heyman brought the whistler, and then the White Tees, they was out in full deck with the pickup truck. Yeah, that's what it was. So, Heyman, like again last time on the last Dynamite, had a fork in his hand. I still don't get it. No. The fork battle. Heyman stabbed the shit out of Mouse with a fork. What the fuck? Oh, continuing phone. Alright, because I didn't write this on my phone, because already 5 minutes in, Moss is bleeding by getting stabbed in the head with a fork. That shit is wild. And then Moss gets his payout by throwing the barbed wire in the Hangman's face. Trying to get his eyes. Yudi comes to the chair from behind on Page, but gets dropped. And then Marina gets Death Valley Driver through a table, which was insane. So, if a girl doesn't really mess against other girls like that, Maria's a trooper. I ain't gonna lie. She's a trooper. I'm not gonna lie. She is a fucking trooper. What up? And she's a relevant asset for the White Tees. Alright. You know how crazy these people are. Because you know that white bucket means one thing. Glass. Good grief. Broken glass. And glass in the eyes. Hangman does a dead eye in the glass. Claudio's out here as well. He builds a table. Also tries to stop it, but Gabe pile drives him, and then they stop, and they did the same thing they did to Joe earlier that night. Put the chair around his neck and stomp it on that son bitch. Claudio did that, and they take Will out. Boom. Oh shit. It's time to get very dicey. Because It's time to get murderous because it's time for the plastic bag to come out. And wait a minute. Do I see? Do my eyes deceive me? Is that Papa Sting? Is that Papa Sting? Or is that his son Darby? Because we see Darby Allin and he's on the perch on top of at the top of the stadium. Where's he at? He comes down he pops on the Titantron because he was at Mount Everest. He's at Mount Everest. And there's like he planted the flag AEW. He's coming back. But he's at the top of that damn thing. Yes, he is. But wait a minute. Is that El Grande Americano? How did he switch heights again? No, wait a minute. Yes. It's the Fickle Man. Yes, the BB's back. Daniel Bryan is back. The Bryan Dance. What the hell you want to name the son bit? He's back. He's back with a vengeance. And against the white tees that took him out 9 months ago in October. But Sting comes down too, propels down, just like his Dot Papa Sting. Yes, sir, indeed. Another dead eye through the table. Good grief. Marina helps up Moss at the 9 count. What a soldier she is. She's died, Lieutenant. Young Bucks kick. Young Bucks spawn from behind. And they double super kick. Beat Trigger all on Hanger's face. That was kind of wild. Good grief. A better nails is out arrived now. No. This gets even worse. Heyman goes face first, then goes back first off of that DT paradigm shift. It was insane. Ouch. Oh, snap. So Marina, she was about to go and get like another weapon. I think a briefcase or thing. And as she was getting a briefcase, she gets handcuffed by Prince Nana. He just started doing his dance. I was like, and then Swerve with the chain pops the other Costa Bucks, and gives the chain to Hangman so he can use. And he hanged that motherfucker, man. He used his nickname, Hangman Page, and he hangs Mox. It was a similar vision of what happened 2 years ago with Revolution. Hang him up by the chain and tap out. And he tapped. And Hangman wins. Yay. Cinema. 5 stars. I don't give a fuck. Cinema. Insane as fuck. AEW the only place they can get away with all this glass and weird shit. Cause I'm not watching DCW. They probably go the extra next mile. I forgot buckshot on the nail. Hit a buckshot Larry on the nails. Then get the hang up. So, and Swerve and Hangman, they seem like they put their differences aside for the greater good of AEW. It's a scene like holy cinema, holy slow burn, but good slow burn. It was and they didn't have to shake hands or anything. It was good. It was perfect. It was perfect the way it was. They didn't have to shake hands. They didn't have to do none of that. They didn't have to order the nod. They didn't even do the nod. It was kind of like, yo, get this done. Get it done. I don't fuck with you, but get it done. So yeah, we had to write the 5-star right there. So wow, between A All In and Evolution was real tough. I get the slight S to All In because it's an A2. It's an A show too. I don't give a fuck. This is a show of the weekend to me. Yeah, I get an A. I'm not putting an A. It was between that and Evolution. It was between those two. Evolution was really great. A All In was really great because you got Edge coming back. You know, we had a new champion. Finally get the championship out the briefcase. And that's how you know it's all when he had DB's place still on that joint. So that's how you know they had that shit in the briefcase. They ain't touched that night, not one iota. Not one. So I give credit on that one. And the story was paid off. We got to see Darby. He had to play his Papa Sting role for a couple times. Nice. So, yeah. It was a great show. Had good action. Had some surprises. Had a couple close calls. Good matches. Everything was good. I know Cole not being this one was kind of disappointing, but it is what it is. At least Dustin finished his story. So I'll rank him. Masa Heyman was 1. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Casino Women's. I actually enjoyed that one. That's 1. Tony Mercedes 3rd. Kenny Okada 4th. Young Buster Swerve 5th. The 4-way for the TNT title was 4th. The men's was next. Then I think Jet Speed and Her Business and Christian Wayne. Then the Ops and White Tees and Gabe. Boom. I forgot to throw Cage in. He's like a mercenary, but whatever. But you can fit it with the White Tees, cool enough. These wars, these pay-per-view wars are kind of cool in a way, but it's a freaking lot. Good grief, a freaking lot. I mean it, a lot. But oh no, good ass weekend. Saturday event was by far the worst. Great Man Bash was solid. It was alright. Nothing crazy went down. It was solid. Evolution and All In were the big winners of the weekend. So between that war, I'll go All In slightly, just a slight edge, but it's not by far because they're both A's. So, but we will see you next time on the D-Lo Show. We're at 300. We're catching up to you, Dynamite. We're catching up. We are catching the F up. But until then, be well, stay safe, survive and advance. We'll see you around this next day.